Yeah, here's one here. It's like tiny, like smaller than the hole.
Midget.
Midget.
Midges?
Midges.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. We're witnessing something truly special. The daily birth of Mark.
So we're in a bit of a rush this morning. The boat started floating, so we can get out right now. So we need to get all our stuff on the boat and get moving, because the tide's a little bit behind this tide at the boat ramp, but we want as big a tide as we can when we get to the boat ramp. So the sooner we get moving, the sooner we get back there. We might even get enough time to go for a fish on the way, which would be awesome.
It's always a bit sad packing up when you know you're leaving. Got to fuel up till you make it home.
Yeah, one more fuel can to put in. Oh, my bell.
Oh, did it go over?
Well, you touched that bell. Been using it for a whole day. Nothing lasts very long when Mark touches your gear. Straight over the edge.
See you later, Midtown.
Yeah. Goodbye, midges.
Hopefully none of them came on the boat with us.
Goodbye, terrible beach to anchor on.
Goodbye, no fires.
Very important things need to happen before I go on an ocean. Even in the calmest of weathers, I'll be seasick. So we've made it back out to that patch we found the other day where we caught those redfish. It's a heaps better trip out here today than it was a couple of days ago. The weather's beautiful today, nice and calm, but I'm not going to waste time talking because there's good fish in there. There we go. Stevie's words of wisdom. What was it? What was my words of wisdom? If you love what you do for work, you won't work a day in your life. Just like Phil. Doesn't do anything, just sits there. Or Stevie's words of wisdom. Always use the same sinker as your mate. If you use the same weight sinker, you'll both hang exactly the same and won't get tangled. We do not own any of the same weight sinkers.
No, you just got to put the heavy ones at the back.
Brother in there. But yeah, still a nice big fish, nice fish, eh? Nice largemouth nano guy.
Oh, a bit of our older bait. We tossed out. A bird had picked up some at the back of the boat. Just flew about 5 metres and then just dropped it and it kept flying.
I actually heard him say, yuck! As it's flying away.
Can't just seek medical attention. Stevie's words of wisdom. Mackerel sky, not 3 days dry. Busted off.
There's a shark or something down there. We're waiting for Stevie to catch a fish and Baxter to catch a fish.
And there was one. Got it! Oh.
Yeah, don't go out fishing around the islands out there. There's nothing out there.
Alright, well if we get some fish, we'll bring them back and drop them off at your place or something, mate.
No worries, yeah.
These.
Bit of lines then tonight for a few beers and back home.
The best, mate. Chick there by the name of Sally just asked, Thomas's. She's looking for a wheel, I have to go back there. Keep up the good work, eh?
We'll try.
Love to see you shave. See you, boys.
It's awesome meeting people who watch the show. So we just met a fella in the creek as we were coming in and they were heading out, and he said he was a big fan, watched all the shows, and yeah, so we stayed and had a chat to him for a little bit.
Told him how bad we were and then told him what he should be doing.
Yep. Told him we're still no better at fishing. Gave him a few pointers, which he probably won't use. Our one fan. That was an awesome trip. We really beautiful weather coming back, so we made good time across the bay and through the creek. Yeah, we're just going to back this trailer down in, put the boat on, and then transfer a bit of gear into the car, and then we're off, drive down through Lakefield. I'm going to give the fellas that we met in the creek before, so I'm just going to go over their camp and drop them in. If you do want to grab some stickers, we've got these guys on our website, as well as our shirts and stuff like that. So, you know, every dollar you spend on stickers goes into making the next season. So, you know, it's just a support thing for us. Helps you know, get back out there and pay for the films.
This bracket is nearly impossible to get out. You're on later. Yeah.
Ready to go. And that's hot work here. It's a hot spot at Marina Plains. Crack job packing up the boat in the heat. But yeah, looking forward to a cold beer and a nice hot shower at Line Stand tonight. Just left Marina Plains boat ramp. We're going to cut back down through Lakefield instead of going back out to the PDR and down the PDR. We're just going across the Lakefield Plains at the moment. It's genuinely one of my favourite spots up the Cape. Just every time I come out here, it's just an incredible spot. Just dead flat, all these cool termite mounds around. Just, you know, different than anything you'll see. And if you're coming up to the Cape, I'd suggest that you cut through Lakefield and do a bit of a trip around it, because it's, you know, you can see a lot more in here than you can see out in the PDR. Might take a little bit longer. I think it's about 60 k's longer if you go Laura to Musgrave or Laura to Musgrave through Lakefield. It's about 60 k's longer, but worth it. So we've just travelled about probably 30 k's from the boat ramp. Just stop, just check over all these straps. That one there's a little bit loose. Tight as. So that's good. I generally find the boat just settles a little bit after, you know, a few corrugations and a bit of dirt road. Just pull up, check all the straps, tighten it down again if it needs it. That way we're not travelling 200 k's with the boat bashing around, only 20 or so k's. But it was pretty good today. I don't mind, man. Look, do you want to go here or you want to go down the rocks?
No, we get it. I just pulled up over here and shit.
So yeah, we're just going to pull up down the rocks here at the Hahn and have some lunch. Pulled up there, too hot for Mark, so we're moving spots. We're going to do traditional curry.
Yeah, traditional.
True North Adventures traditional curry.
That's what I was going to say. What is this depicting? What is it depicting? Layers of the Earth's mantle? What is this?
Why didn't you get this one? Look at the fancy packaging.
Well, these ones are all kind of like the same brand. Shape.
I'd say.
Yeah, cool. So about 3 hours to Lines then, we reckon. So that'll get us there about 3 o'clock in the arvo. Yeah, actually no, it won't. What time is it now? So we're just pulling up at the Line Stand Hotel. Be good to have a tub and a pub feed here and sit around a campfire and go through the whole season.
feet are still not happy. Friendly rocks or angry rocks? The rounded, tumbled rocks, you know, soft edges, friendly rocks. Sharp, jagged, corally rocks there.
From the island.
Yeah, on the island, they're angry rocks.
Even the sand there on that island was just like half busted coral. See, Brewing Co, the best beer in Cairns.
Phil, you want a beer, mate? Cheers, mate.
Just mate. Hey, where's your label?
Oh, this is the secret. I've got the secret black can. 1 in every 5,000 beers comes unlabelled. These are rare as hen's teeth, these ones. You can drink it, take in the empty can, show them you had an unlabelled one, and you get a free beer. Well, let's face it. Just go in there and buy them, they're pretty good.
Check one.
Check 1, 2.
You want this one, Phil?
Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate.
Cheers, Phil.
Now make it look good. Make it look like we enjoyed ourselves.
So this is our beers around the campfire.
Beers around the campfire.
We're at Lionsden. You can't have campfires. But it'd be interesting to see right now the tallies pop up
The scores.
underneath us on who caught the most fish.
Sharks.
Sharks, oh, well, we can include sharks. Just all fish, most fish. I'm going to say me.
You might have done. You've got a knack for catching shit fish.
Archer Assassin.
The most shit fish.
Sooty Smasher.
Yeah.
Sooty Smasher,
I'm a quality over quantity man.
Cod King. You caught that big GT out the front.
Finger mark. It was a nice finger mark.
Season 1 I got a barra.
Oh, I got a barra at the Archer.
Two?
Yeah,
You got a
my turn.
What about season 3?
Maybe I'll get one.
Phil might catch one.
alive.
I was really, really disappointed with the bait availability. There was no bait around the island.
Maybe Dave cleaned him out.
Dave ate it all. But that mullet you caught,
Sensational.
it was on some serious growth
good.
hormones.
It would have fed a large family. It was huge.
It was
This big.
it was this big. It was the biggest mullet. Has anyone ever caught a bigger mullet?
Who can say? I didn't know they got anywhere near that big.
Nothing else we caught on the trip was like, wow, that's sensational. And that mullet was sensational.
Fish of the trip.
I reckon, fish of the trip.
Yeah.
Well done, Baxter.
Cheers, boys. No catfish.
Just
No
on.
Captain Catch, yeah.
Nice.
But you wanted to eat a catfish this trip.
Oh, no, I didn't want to. Somebody in the comments said you should eat them. And I said, well, if we catch one, we'll try it. But we didn't.
Yeah.
Phil,
Good.
cut out all the catfish. Didn't want to eat that shit.
How good was the paddle wheel?
I can't believe we brushed over it. Hey, that bloke's nude.
Stop looking, Mark.
There's families around. I can't believe this bloke. Yeah, the paddle wheel.
Medium right to the middle.
I try not to tell my missus about how good I am a cook.
A fair amount of engineering went into that.
It did, yeah.
We got there late. If you're going to do a paddle wheel, allow 2 hours for the roast to cook and 2 hours for the build. And because you need to get the roast on early so you know how it's going to fall.
Yeah.
Because once you get that roast on, you need to give yourself half an hour to get it spinning right before you start the cooking time.
Good advice. I wanted to touch over our favourite items of the trip. So our favourite things, like your 2 favourite things that you had with you on the trip.
Camelback, full of all my things, and the angle bag.
Yep.
That was cool.
Yeah, right.
Just being able to carry cold stuff out of the fridge to camp when you're camping out of the boat, so you don't have to swim at night.
Yep. My Leatherman. I'm in love. It's so good. Just once I started realising that it was there, I was like, oh, I could tighten this with it and do that with it. Didn't have to go to my car.
It's almost
That's
like
good.
there's a partnership in the making there.
Maybe. And then we could not have gone without first aid kits with the state of our feet.
Not food. You'd bring a first aid kit.
I'd rather be able to walk and gather food than not be able to walk and
Rather than
stuff to death.
sit in one spot and not walk and
Correct.
eat food.
Yep.
Shit number 2.
What are your two things?
The hammock is definitely number one. And I don't know about number two. I'll think about it later.
Righto.
Move on.
We'll put it down the bottom. It'd be interesting to know what the viewers think Phil looks like.
Yeah. People think there's a cameraman here, but there's not. We're just setting up. We call him Phil. We just set up tripods everywhere.
The tripod's name is Phil.
Yeah.
Also, what are we going to name the boat? Doesn't have a
Oh yeah, we need to name the boat.
Bathtub Betty.
Bathtub Betty. Yeah. Maybe viewers in the comments below, you could write what you think we should name the boat. The funnier the better.
You're going to get a Boaty McBoatface in there for sure.
Oh, it's not. We still get to pick.
Yeah.
You don't get to pick. Why do you get to pick? Wow, what a risk taker. I would say that everyone makes a comment of the name of the boat and the one that gets the most likes, that's it.
Yeah, like a poll sort of thing.
Like a poll. Yeah. Yep.
Righto. I'm happy with it.
You need to get it wrapped or an extra sticker.
We'll get an extra sticker, yeah, with a new name. Boaty McBoatface.
Boaty
I'll
McBoatface.
start printing it.
You might as well get it on the printer,
Yeah. I want to, before we go, and before Phil runs our battery, I want to say thanks to all the brands that supported us for the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Survival, Angle, Expedition Boxes, Lowrance, Coral Sea, and Inspired Signs for wrapping the boat, which looks bloody spectacular. Yeah.
Thanks to Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
There's no Phil. Phil doesn't exist.
We're talking to a tripod.
Phil's never been called a tripod in his life. First for everything,
Is that a
Phil.
tripod or is that Phil over there? Phil, hey, he used to be ripped, you know. Anyone who actually really knows Phil, post photos of Phil when he was ripped. Or, you know, artists' impressions.
Archer in the Archer River. Pretty cool.
Are we going to break the curse this trip, lads?
We're going to try and break the
Try
curse.
hardest. Yeah.
I'm not going to say yes. That'd be silly.
Oh.
Because then Phil would use that at the end of it against me.
Yeah.
So.
Barricades.